2, 1. What's up, Ryan?
What's going on, Jonathan?
Dude, all right, guys. If you guys didn't know, we kind of just had a little technical malfunction. Well, not really. We just heard a little echo, but we're back live. I have Ryan today on the Blooper Theory.
What's going on, guys?
How you been?
Dude, busy.
Busy?
Super busy.
I heard you went back to. You just told me you went back to corporate.
Yeah, I went back to corporate.
How was that transition?
You know, it's very different from what we were doing, from doing music and stuff like that. So this is like super different. Having to wear like suit and tie. Screw that, man.
Dude, I was in corporate once back in the day, but it was an internship, so it was way different. It was like 9 to 5 out in Pasadena, and other than Katy, and I had to drive an hour and a half just in the mornings, and then I think one time it was like a 3-hour drive back home because I took the wrong route.
See, that's a nice drive from Katy to Pasadena,
dude. But not when you're exhausted and tired of being at the same job all day long, dude. It's a hassle.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go from Katy to Pasadena at all, and then have to do that whole 9 to 5 thing. I mean, I hate going to work period right now, and I only live like 20 minutes from my house to the Heights, so it's really.
Where are you working?
So it's called RES, and so it's a brokerage firm, and so basically REPs like Reliant takes you in all those companies. They broker, well, not broker, but they contract my company out, and we just sell electricity.
Got you. And this is a tie-in with what you studied in school, or
absolutely not?
Absolutely not.
So I majored in recreation park tourism science, so it has nothing to do with electricity at all. So I got mine in the business tourism aspect of things, and also got it with my professional event management certificate as well, so I could put on concerts, festivals, and stuff like that.
See, that's how it happens. You can always connect something. That's why I was when you go to get a real job, half the time they don't even care what you get. Oh, we have a guest. I'll pause it a little bit. Amen. Having this little echoey sound.
See, it sounds fine to me.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe it's just me. All right, we're back. Doorbell rang a little bit. Like I was telling you, dude, something always happens. First episode, I think, I don't know. I forgot what happened first episode. The one with Peter. You know Peter?
I don't think so.
Okay, so he's friends with Dominic and all of us, and he's a videographer, and we were going in on the podcast, pretty much hit 40 minutes, and he was going ham on cryptocurrency.
Oh God.
And, yeah, you can imagine how the conversation was heading, and then just died.
No.
Just died, and then I was the thing was this is pretty good at just how long it lasts, the battery life, but I guess we were just going too far. And
it was done.
And then episode 4, I was actually out in Johnson City by Austin, and we were shooting at my friend's house outside by the river. He has a river that floats behind his house, and then it started raining. Oh God! And we were just before. I mean, luckily we caught it before it started raining, but we had to pause it, and then we had to go back inside, and then so it was there's always something that happens.
Was it over by Barton's Creek?
So it's. You know Pedernales?
No.
So it's also this state park, but it's a river called the Pedernales River. I could be wrong, but it's pretty much it floats through the back of his property.
Oh, that's so cool.
So he has a ranch, 15 acres or something, and behind it, it's just the river that flows.
That's so cool.
I made a YouTube video recently where, cause it's really shallow though.
Yeah.
You can get into it, and mostly you can walk, and if it rains a lot, it's a little maybe 3 feet.
Yeah.
So we kind of go to the edge, a little more a couple properties down, and then we use a canoe out for I want to say half a mile, maybe a mile. And this time around, there was a little more water because it had rained. And there's this dam, so we're I was just why don't we just go over the dam, because it seemed there was some currents heading down, some rapids. And I was it sounds like a fun idea, and we pretty much, this was already 4. It was 4 p.m. when we left, and we decided, all right, let's do it. And once we passed those rapids, which we hit a lot of rocks, there's just there's no going back, and we just kind of kept going, and the state park, I think it's 5 to 10 miles away from his house. We go down the river, and we could have probably got there, but it's just so shallow that we were just hitting rocks, and it was just forever to get there. And then, it starts becoming 6, 7 p.m. And we're just like, okay, we're probably not gonna make it all the way down to the Pedernales.
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause, I mean, if we make it to the Pedernales, it's like a massive, like, kind of like it's not a waterfall, but it's just the rift, not the rift, pretty much the current. Yeah, the current is like really strong down there. So we keep going, and then we start hitting a little like bigger like currents, and then we hit the first one. Everything's fine, super fun. And then like I'm filming the whole way with the cell phone because I didn't even ring. It's not even my cell phone. It's like my friend's cell phone.
Wait, was this the one where y'all got into like the gator and with the dogs and the back of the gator, or I think because I remember you put in some video of that.
So this was. I didn't post the YouTube video last week, but the week before.
Okay, I know what you're talking about that now. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and then pretty much we flipped. And then we got the boat, and we got stuck out there. And it was like 8 p.m. Thunderstorms heading our way.
Oh God!
And, like, I think if anything, like I think us flipping was like the best thing that could happen. Because if we would have gone, thunderstorms would have hit. And then, but dude, it was like we didn't even have shoes on. So,
oh God!
So my feet were destroyed.
Oh, for sure.
Like we were going through like private. Honestly, I was pretty cool. Like I can handle the pain. I can handle everything. And then we started going through private property, and then like I mean. I've seen like I've been in the wild a little bit, you know. I'm not saying I'm a full like city boy, but like like being over there, like my friend was just saying, you just gotta watch out for like the dogs or something. There's like certain dogs that are just meant to like protect the home and protect stuff, and if they get you,
like you're screwed.
You're screwed. Like they're not gonna just like bark at you. They're gonna like they come to kill you, and at this point it was like 9 p.m. So there's just you couldn't see anything. Pitch dark. Like the road was like out of rocks, and we were like shoeless. So it's not really. I mean, we can run, but where are we gonna go?
Yeah,
like they're gonna catch us like
for sure.
And I mean, luckily we didn't see them. And his cell phone still had like 10% like battery.
Oh man!
And he managed to call his mom. They met us at like a abandoned road.
Oh God!
And then. The worst part was like at the very end, like you can see her car over the cliff, and I guess it was kind of like fenced to like our road from the road she was on, and from there it was just literally nothing but like stickers, rocks, like all bushes, like the worst part of it all was there, and I was like, we gotta go through.
Dude, it seems like with you, we're always breaking something, going into something that we're not supposed to be into, just like. When we were on that Vegas tour and we went to New Mexico, we climbed over the fence to get into the white sands and just, you know, not supposed to be over there, but screw it. Why not?
I mean, dude, I always like find it like weird how, I do get sometimes caught in like things, but it's just kind of like
living the life,
man. And I think like, if you always aim to do that, like these things just happen to you, and you got to just take those.
Makes great stories. For
it's
sure.
like we were climbing those rocks, and like was it Fire State Park or in Nevada? What was the park called?
Is he talking about? You're not talking about Red Rocks, are you?
No, well, it's not called Red Rock, but the rocks were red.
Okay,
remember?
It's like orange. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, nothing extremely happened there, but like some people might just drive through it, and we're just like, no, let's just go climb. Let's go climb, explore, and then sometimes being there, you get stuck, and I mean, it makes for a great experience.
It's a great experience,
but it's also how you could get lost and die. And die. So like, try not to push it too much, dude. But yeah, that part with the white sands. I still got to work on that video. I'm kind of like saving that footage.
Dude, save it as much as you can to make, because I'm sure you have enough content to make something dope out of that.
Yeah, I do. So there's actually this contest happening. I have a friend who works for an app. I think he works for an app. I'm not sure, but he posted about it. They're having a launch party in Bali, and they're doing this contest where I think it's due like next week. You submit like. You have 3 possible submissions, like an ad video, like a kind of story-based video, and some other kind of video. And pretty much winner gets like a free trip to Bali and all this kind of stuff. So, I mean, that's unique footage right there.
Yeah, it really is unique footage.
That's unique footage that no one's... I mean, I've put some photos on, but I don't know if I've put any videos out.
I don't think you put a single video of White Sands out.
No, I haven't put a single video out yet. So, hopefully that comes out real soon.
I was going to say, because I feel like for the tour... I don't think you've put a single video out other than like the video that we did with Alex at Hard Rock. I think that's the only video.
Yeah, we put that promo out,
Yeah.
and then after that, we just kind of like, there's gonna be some more for like his last release.
Yeah.
But then I guess we just got all busy and stuff, or there was just never like we didn't really know what to do with it, so it's just kind of just it's still sitting there.
Yeah.
So I mean, if it sits there at the end of the year, it'll just be turning probably into like some year video, like
still,
always.
Still a sick video at the end though.
Dude, do you follow Sam Colder?
Oh yeah.
Did you see his recent video?
It's incredible, dude.
Dude,
Like how did he? I don't know how he did that because my buddy, his name's Tim, and he does like video editing and stuff like that, and so he I sent it to him. He was like, "How the hell did you do this?" And I was like, "Dude, I don't know. It's insane."
Dude, it was just like, because usually it's hard to watch like a 10-minute to begin with.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
around 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And first he killed that part, kept me entertained the whole time. He managed to get 2 years worth of footage and to like tell like a proper, nice, amazing story that like was like emotional and yet inspiring and all of it at the same time. Like,
Dude, all his videos are in some way it binds into being like inspirational in some aspect. It's just his videos are unreal.
Yeah,
Plus
dude.
he goes to like the most sickest
I
places
mean, yeah,
in the world.
I mean that helps too. But yeah, dude, like that's like how I got into like kind of
Yeah.
the travel space and wanting to do that kind of stuff, like through videos like his and then like Rory's and all these other people. And then what's it called? So yeah, but he hadn't put out something in a while. So it was like his last year video, which is probably like I want to say over a year ago. And I mean, for the last part, I was just kind of like everything kind of looks the same.
Yeah.
You know, all the travel videos kind of look the same songs. And I mean, I think I've known some of the songs that was in the video, but I guess I never put them. Never thought about it because usually everyone's like really hard into Illenium, like that kind of style.
Yeah.
That's a travel like video for like the past year, like the Illenium songs, like all those kind of vibes, hard drops. And then I saw this and I was like, damn, that like re-inspired me to like
for sure
want to get back into this. And then the whole like we need more people like was it to come alive or something along those lines. I was like, dude, that video was
it's his creative mind is unreal. It's just unreal. Do you follow like Matt Como at all?
Yeah. I follow Matt Como too.
His is unreal. And then you have, I mean, of course you have Rory, who's like the king of that whole travel vlog and all that stuff. He's just a god when it comes to all that stuff.
He pretty much, yeah. He put like all those people on.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, dude, that like I said, and his transitions too,
It's beautiful.
so smooth. Like
Yeah.
I was like, damn, man. But then, like you can see, because when I did my year video, I was just trying to like, because it's overwhelming to have all that footage.
Yours
right?
was good though.
Thank you. but like I was trying to, so that was kind of like the goal.
Yeah.
Like his style, his stuff like that, and just like what I'm saying, like I can see why it took him 6 months.
Yeah.
To like do it. And I don't know how much of it he was working on every day, which I'm sure every day.
You devote your life to that.
Yeah.
I feel like so.
Dude, I think I knew it was like a like home run when I saw that like, animation.
I don't know how he did that. There has to be some like platform, whatever.
Well, no, he brought a guy in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it says in at the end,
I didn't see that.
animation by. So he brought a guy. I think that guy did amazing work. 'Cause I think they met up in December 2018,
Oh, wow.
and that's when he started working on his like designs and sketches and all that kind of stuff, and then animated all that to pretty much in 6 months.
Yeah.
Dude, but that was kind of like. He's always like breaking through all these like different transitions or like breaking through all these effects. There's always like the Luma fade and then like even now with animation.
Yeah.
But dude, that would take so much of you would need someone else to help you.
Oh, for sure.
I don't think you can. I mean, there's people that are very creative, but like to know all of that kind of stuff is like, it's just like a team, man. You can't know everything.
Obviously, the whole time, so I thought that that he did all that. I didn't know he brought a guy in to do that. Because when I saw that part, I was like, "Who are you, dude?" I was like, "That's incredible."
No, no. He brought in someone, and the thing is, he's not even like like super big guy. He's got like 1,200 followers on like.
See, but I feel like those are some like the best, creative people, the ones that are like completely unknown.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get that platform of becoming known. And there's just like that I don't know. It's incredible to see those people that do what they love, and the ones that are completely unknown. It's like those underground people.
Yeah, I agree, dude.
Yeah.
There's so many like just talented, creative people that I've seen like with Low, and I don't know. I think it's just like Instagram nowadays with like how harder and harder it is to like pop up or grow. That you get a lot of these people that are like super creative, and they just don't have the exposure.
It's it's crazy. Some of those people I feel like some of those people don't want to get too known. They kind of like being that underground, which is super cool too, because they're like that low key, street art type of person.
Freaking Steve Angelo on the ground, dude. Dude, me and Alex were talking about that show. I was just
it was wild.
It was a freaking wild show.
If only I wouldn't have had those cheap Walmart shoes.
Dude, you left early, right?
I did leave early.
You didn't get to meet him.
I didn't get to meet him. I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
Dude,
so if only I would have planned. If only if I would have planned for that night and brought the proper clothes, I would have been able to stay out the night.
Dude, yeah, it was incredible, dude.
Yeah,
like just getting to meet him. Well, we didn't even meet him, but like we
still met him.
We shook his hand. He said thank you, stuff like that. Just seeing his show. To like pretty much like there was, I don't know if this was in his contract or what, but like he pretty much played that show too. It was like 10 people.
I don't think that was in his contract. I feel like that was just Steve being Steve and just like, I'm just gonna have fun with it. But I mean, the cool part was being able to meet Corey in the beginning. To see somebody that's trying to build up in that industry with Steve, and being underneath Steve's wing is like, that has to be like the most incredible part of his whole life right now and his whole journey becoming big in the music industry. And be able to meet him because that Corey's about to be just massive. He's going to be huge.
That's what Alex was saying. I was telling him, like, what do you think is the next breakthrough kind of artist? And Corey was on there.
Yeah, absolutely. And so to be able to meet that person before he becomes massive, that's just like, dude,
it's
pretty
like
cool.
pretty cool. But yeah, now that we're on the topic of music, I know you started a booking agency, right?
Yeah, with Ross.
With Ross, which Ross is not here because we only have one mic to begin with, and I don't know what Ross is up to right now, but it's called. You started a booking agency focused in. Is it just music in general, EDM industry?
Well, so when Ross and I started it, we were kind of like we want to do it multi-genre. But we tried the whole multi-genre in the beginning, and we were just like, we don't know other genres that as well as we do EDM. And so right now, we're just EDM right now, and we're trying to now bring it to where we have somebody take over certain divisions that we don't have to touch because we don't have the knowledge for those certain genres,
Yeah.
And so right now it's only EDM, and because we know EDM so well. It's still, of course, we still have a lot to learn, but we know it just to get enough to get by right now. And so, we started it back when we were in A&M, and it's crazy because he was in my intro to marketing class. I didn't know that he was in my class. He sat right behind me, but I was asleep every day in that class. And
that's what you do in college, guys.
Exactly. don't study. So we got to our other marketing class, and we had to do a project together, and so we went to this place called World of Beer, and instead of like actually working on the project, we drank beer and just kind of started talking to each other, got to know each other, and we found out that we both wanted to be in the industry. And I was like, we kind of like looked at each other like, dude, let's go to business together. And I was like, dude, I'm so down. And yeah, here we are.
And then you went next step, got it the whole, was it LLC? You went that?
Well, it was a lot more than that. So like, we kind of kept putting it off, and because I guess we were just kind of, I guess you would say we were a little nervous to get into it because it's a huge risk starting your own business.
Were you guys still in college?
We were still in college.
Like finishing up your last year, or was it pretty much already done?
We got the idea of doing it when we were sophomores.
Okay.
And then we were like, we'll do it in our junior year. We'll start it. Didn't do it because I guess we were just so nervous of doing it because like I said, it's a huge risk starting your own business, and so. Then it was the summer. What was it? It was the summer of going into our senior year, and I was doing an internship in Mansfield, Texas, like right outside of Dallas, and I was helping put on a music festival in Mansfield, and I got in a severe car accident and almost died in that car accident. And
really?
Yeah.
I did not know about that.
Yeah, this part's hard to talk about, but. So I collided into an 18-wheeler going to 75 miles per hour. And
like straight on?
Well, I went straight on into like the driver's side of the 18-wheeler. And so like my car was going sideways, and then my tires finally gripped onto concrete, and grace of God saved me completely. I should not be here to this day. And my car hit the 18-wheeler, and it collided right into the wall of the highway. And it pushed me up onto two wheels. I drove on two wheels for about good 7 feet, kind of like the Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah. And then the car stopped on two wheels and dropped back down onto four wheels. Everybody behind me thought I was dead. And I shut down the whole highway for like 4 hours, all over the news.
Wow.
And and got out, didn't have a scratch on me. Like I said, God saved me 110%, and ended up getting a concussion and a brain bleed. And so that after that car accident, I was like, you don't know when your last day is. We could die tomorrow. You don't know. And so it was that moment where I was like, I hit up Ross, and I was like, dude, let's start this. It's like that huge eye awakening thing. It was kind of like I could die tomorrow. And so I met somebody when I was working at Traditions Golf Club. It was a country club out in College Station. And he was already in this incubator called Startup Aggieland, where they help out startup companies. And so I talked to him about the whole thing, and he was like, dude, I'll get you in. And so Ross and I met with him at World of Beer again. That's like our place. And we talked to him about everything. He got a background of what we were trying to do. He was like, dude, Startup Barragan is going to be great for you guys. And we got in, and they kind of honed us into exactly what we were trying to do. They really helped that whole step of the way. And then once we got into Startup Barragan, then we got our DBA. And then after we got our DBA, then we got our LLC back about a little over a year ago now. So, yeah.
Dude, I mean, yeah, having like people like that, or like organizations like that to help you out, like it helps out greatly. Because there's really like, you can kind of Google it, and you kind of know, okay, you need to get this, you need to get this. But usually when you're just kind of thrown out there, it's a lot of like figuring out. So like having someone kind of like redirect you or direct you in the proper direction,
for real,
at least like in the beginning, just to kind of get your feet like right, properly, like everything good. Like,
dude, they helped so much. They called it like your ugly baby, because your company is essentially your ugly baby. And so you think it's just this beautiful, beautiful thing, and then it could just crash and burn real quick, And so they're trying to help you in that path of like getting away from those crash and burn moments and leading you into making that ugly baby to actually a beautiful baby, And they helped so much. Because like at first we were like, oh, we want to be this agency that works with the venue and brings in the artist. And then when we're talking to them about what we really want to do, they were like, no, you don't want to be with the venue. You want to be solely with the artist. And we were like, oh yeah, that makes more sense.
That makes more sense. Yeah, that's always something I always regretted when I was in college. I mean, I guess this idea sparked pretty much when I was done out of college. But, I started picking up like a camera, I want to say like junior year or something. But the whole idea of just like starting like a business, starting something like in college, like that's the one thing I kind of regret, because although like it's risky to start a business, it's even more risky to start it out of college when you 100%. Your parents like still help you out whenever they can, but like you're kind of on your own at this point, they've helped you out to like 22, 20, like 21, like at this point, like you kind of have to like do it on yourself. At least when you're like in school, like you're still going through school, and then through that kind of like either financial aid you're getting through school or through your parents, stuff like that, who are supporting, or even the work you're getting. Because even work is a lot easier in college, because you can work 15 hours at school, and then they're pretty lenient with your scheduling and stuff like that. So you have a lot more time. And I think just not starting it back then is like something that I was just kind of like, I wish I would have done. But at the same time, like, College Station market is not like small, but it's not super big either. And I think starting off is not really bad.
It's College Station market is like super niche though. It's like so niche. It's like they were only going to be there. And I feel like College Station is going to be stuck in their ways longer than we can think of. And so for what we're doing, it'd be super hard to do that in College Station. The whole like videographer stuff. For you at College Station, I feel like it'd be a little hard as well.
And that's where your like main like majority of your business is, right?
Yeah.
In College Station right now, or is it or is it expanded? Austin now?
It's in Austin, and so we put most majority of our stuff in Austin, and we're just now starting to get into Michigan, and because I met through Dustin, he hit me up he got me one of these guys that's a promoter in Michigan, and I started talking to him and became good friends with that guy, and then he handed me over to another promoter in Michigan. We've become like great friends now too, and so now we're doing stuff in Michigan and in Austin, but no, mostly in Austin right now though.
Dude, that's awesome, dude. So you've slowly transitioned from the College Station scene now into Austin. That's what I think it is, bro. I think it's always like being patient when you start a business.
Yeah.
Especially now we're impatient creatures, you know?
You get everything because your cell phone.
Yeah. The way we've been programmed, everything's like instantaneous now. And I think like you forget that there's things in life that just take time, you know? And sure, I mean, with the whole like Instagram stuff like that, you can pop and let's say you get the followers or you get to a point, but then at that point, like, does it last for like a year or can you maintain it like multiple years? Because I was thinking, I don't know the exact stats, but like people start a business like in the first year, like I want to say over 50% of them are like already like done deal. Yeah. And then if you last even 5 years, it's already like a bigger percentage. So that's something that I always struggle with is like, I don't know how I've managed to keep this on for like pretty much 2 years already. Like,
I mean, you're doing great, dude.
Yeah. Slowly it's getting better, but like, I don't know, just having like that, like at the beginning of the year when it restarts everything, you file taxes and you're just kind of like, I'm back at zero. Yeah. You know, I mean, yeah, if you carry money from the back last year and stuff like that, like that's good, but you just kind of like always with this, like, can I do this again?
It's a refresh.
It's a zero. We're at zero all the time. Like, how are we going to do this year? Which could be good because you kind of set new goals. You know, it motivates you again. And I think that's I think something when you have a corporate job. In the beginning of the year, you're guaranteed like you're 40, 50K. Or whatever it is that you're doing. Yeah. When you're on your own, entrepreneur or whatever,
you're just like,
nothing's guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed. And that, I know personally that pushes me. Yeah. Because I even had conversations with like people where it's like, would you like to live like forever? And part of me is like, it would be cool, but at the same time, no, because I think that sense of like not having enough time, kind of with your accident and stuff like that, it motivates you to do it now.
It really does.
You know, and I feel like if I had forever to live, I would never have any urgency to do anything, to get it like done right now. Yeah. And I know most people or some people may work differently, but that's just how I think. Like,
see, what gets me is what motivates me through this whole thing is that, you know, when I was a little kid, I was in elementary school and my teacher actually like told me to my face in front of my parents, and I'll never forget this, but she told me, she was like, Ryan, you'll never amount to anything. You'll never go to college. You're never gonna be successful in life. You're just gonna be in the back of a McDonald's flipping burgers.
Did your teacher tell you this?
The teacher flat out told me this to my face, like in front of my parents.
See, I've heard those stories before. I've never gone through it myself. Yeah, but like I have heard similar stories.
Yeah, I was like, I was like I want to say like in third grade, I believe. And the only reason why she said this is because I'm ADD and dyslexic, and so I was like, so you're gonna limit me based on, you know, learning disability, you know. And so I remember going home and I was like, I'm gonna be stupid forever, you know. And my mom, who's like my biggest hero, she went home and she went on the computer and she typed in like successful people that are dyslexic, and it was like number 1 Albert Einstein, you know, 2 Steve Jobs, and it was just like going down the list. And she was kind of like, don't ever let somebody tell you can't do something. You are your own person. If you really want it, go chase it. And I was like, okay, you got a point. And then ever since that moment has happened, it's always been like a big chip on my shoulder of like, don't let anybody tell me I can't do something.